of mortal men. The sons of Hercules. The mighty sons of Hercules once thundered through the years. These men of steel could never feel the curse of a coward's fear. All right, my fellow agents, welcome back. It is I, X7, your master of muscles and martial arts movies and TV shows as well. Not that there are very many good ones in this country, but I am X7, the host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. It is technically Shaolin Saturday, but that does mean martial arts and wrestling. As we know, grappling, as it's called these days, is a martial art. It's very popular. So we are going to be looking at the 1961 Italian movie Atlas in the Land of the Cyclops, aka Maciste in the Land of the Cyclops. They just turned him in. Use the name Atlas because it's more known in this country, but it's Maciste in the movie. He's dubbed Maciste. This was... Before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these movies, especially this one. It's relatively good. It's a little long for what it needs to be, but overall, it's a fun little movie. I saw it a few times growing up, and where my friends and I had a discussion over whether he was Maciste or just Maciste, or how to say it. And why was he called Atlas anyway? So, before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe. I think I said that. So let's just roll, or rock and roll as the case may be, as you'll see.
Centuries have passed since Ulysses outwitted the enchantress Circe and blinded the Cyclops Polyphemus. The thirst for vengeance of the sorceress and the Cyclops still continues through their descendants.
So this picture, this copy of the movie came from the Internet Archive. So it's a redub of the Italian version, which runs 97 minutes. It's a little, like I said, it's about 15 minutes too long. You could have cut out some of this back and forth, but overall, it's a pretty good one. I mean, you only see the Cyclops at the beginning and the end, so you have to wade through a bunch of very standard peplum stuff. Was let's see here. So this is a redub. They did the credits again, and you see everyone here, but it's really well done. I mean, makes, as you saw in that clip from the opening, the picture is much better. So there is Queen Capys herself. She is played by Chela Alonso, who did several of these movies, starting at the beginning, and this is in the third year into the cycle. Gordon Mitchell plays Maciste. We've seen him as Obro, and he was a better actor in Giant of Metropolis than he is here. Yeah, that's all I can say, really. The other star here is Paul Winter as Mumba, and you'll know him. He's the big black man. He was of Antigua and Barbuda, bodybuilder. He won two wins for his in the Mr. Universe. Doesn't really say. Let's see, Mole Man and the Sons of the Hercules, and I don't know. I thought he was in more than that, but he should have had his own series because he's built better than old Gordon Mitchell, who I think is pretty impressive, as we'll see. Those are our stars. There's Paul Winter right there. There's the Cyclops. We don't see his face till the end of the movie. So she's out to kill, as you heard in the narration, all the descendants of Hercules. Of Ulysses. Hercules and Ulysses will show up when we watch Hercules, Samson, and Ulysses, because that's an awesome movie. At least for the fight scene in the middle. But of course, they go and burn everyone down. This is our villain here, and he's just a wanker. He's out to marry Queen Capus, just to further his own ambition. There's the mother of the baby, who I don't think gets named. Maybe, I don't care. He's a baby. And the father, they give him to a shepherd. He's dead. There's a lot of blood in here, but nothing too gross. She gets captured, but the baby is safe. And that guy, no, she just kills him. He's like, we could have used him as information, but no one will admit she's the father of the or the mother of the baby, and they don't know where he is. So here's our hero waking up on the beach on a rock because Maciste means of the rock or from the rock. This guy runs into a lion's den. We have this really not very good battle between a stuffed lion and a real lion and his handler posing as Maciste. But this is about as natural as he looks, and that's holding a kid. An infant in your lap may dampen your spirits. Old adage by Garfield, the cat. But for the most part, this is his expression, and it was one of his first movies. So there you go. He's checking out all of the death and destruction. I'm sorry, I went right to the Life of Brian here, and it still makes me laugh. Um, so there he is, and she's going out horseback riding and going to the Oracle of Delphi or the Sibyl and to find out more. But then Maciste, there's a calamity, and he rescues her and saves her, and she's smitten. She's injured, and she's still smitten. Now, this does follow the old Italian trope of the dark-haired woman is the bad guy, and the blondes are the good guy, the good people. But they want to find this Maciste because he has the baby. This guy's getting crushed. They're crushing him with the cart. And Maciste just comes along and hoists it up, and then he takes this in. And then once he gets it settled down, they think they're going to have a little fun with him. And we'll watch that right now. Let's see how much fun they do have. Here's the guard that's trying to get them to eat their tender stomachs, but Maciste shows up, and the guard there is actually a double agent who's still loyal to, I don't want to call her the queen, but he's loyal. And he helps Maciste escape. He runs to tell him and save the baby. Then he says, I'm on your side. Trust me." And I don't even know exactly what was going on here, but he's a little wooden. But they capture him, and this is what I was just about to show you. But it's pretty impressive. So let's watch a little of this. It's a very standard trope for Peplum movies, and so here we go. And of course, right before they either tear him apart or he pulls them all into the pit, he's already saved. The queen shows up, still with her bandaged hand, and they go back and he rocks her because she likes him, and I think, pardon me, Maciste actually likes her. So he the spy tells Maciste what's going on, more dancing, and there's Cyclops Island. And I don't mean Scott Summers. But then the vile miscreant has Moomba drug Maciste, and he falls asleep, takes him, and then, tries to kill him, essentially. Now, here we have, he's trying to warn him, but everybody gets killed. So Moomba goes down, and they have a fight. I probably should show this one because it's pretty fun, but it's so dark, it's hard to see. And Maciste wins, but doesn't kill him. And goes to find the baby. The baby's been taken to Cyclops Island along with his mother, who is Queen Penelope, Vera Salenti. There we go, Queen Penelope. And she claims, Queen Capus says, "I don't know anything about it. I will help you retrieve them with Moomba." They've drugged the slaves, so they fall asleep. Moomba tries to kill Maciste. He just hurls him overboard. And of course, there's just a shark in the Mediterranean Sea, just happily running by. Lots of blood, but we don't see anything else. Poor sharks. They always get that bad rap.
So we get this great scene of him doing all the rowing, and that's the villain's boat, and he rows right to the island there. He brings her in, and he's really good at menacing people. But throws her in there, and right here we're gonna start up right here where, and I see a little bit of the Cyclops. Again, it's really dark, but it's not a bad scene. Okay, so here's a nice giant, use of a giant foot. So we'll show a couple more of these that we didn't get to see. There's his face. I think it's a good one. Another rock thrown at him, and there's the little child or person pretending to be Maciste. So it looks really good. It's a little forced perspective-ish, but just use of a true miniature. And there's his back again. So finally, he grabs the sword and sticks him right in the eye. Could use some makeup, not too bloody, but enough that you can conjure up what it looks like, and it hurts. He saves the queen and the baby, who's just crying his dang fool head off, and the caves in. Somehow it catches on fire where there's no wood down there, and the new king is long live the king, and the queen is the regent or something or another. They want Maciste to stay, and he's like, no, I can't stay. I've got to go because, I'm a Time Lord, and I need to be in another time, like in Scotland, because they use that. The whole Cyclops scene is recycled in Maciste in Hell or The Witch's Curse, which we'll review because it's still a fun movie. I hope I can find a widescreen version of that. But off he goes, and that, my fellow agents, is the end of the movie. Now, Stephen Flacassier gave this his rating, good monster, beefcake, but not much, some two-dimensional female characters. Now, I think that Queen Capice had more development because she turned good, really. She murdered a man right away and then sacrificed herself for Maciste. He'd have just regenerated into another actor like, Gordon Scott, but go figure. So I think that's a little unfair, but he did see the probably a shortened version with also muddy VHS like that original intro was. So I think it's quite good. I do think that about 10 minutes could be edited out and it would not have harmed the movie one bit. All right. Tomorrow, The Creature Walks Among Us is on Svengoolie, and we will be reviewing it. I'm probably not going to watch it since I watched the Blu-ray. Sorry, Sven. I know you're broken up about it. So until our next assignment, this is X7, thundering through the years and signing off, and also phasing out.
Through the centuries, in olden times, there lived the sons of Hercules, heroes supreme. They roamed the earth, righting wrongs, helping the weak and oppressed, and seeking adventure. They were the mightiest of mortal men.
The sons of Hercules. The mighty sons of Hercules once thundered through the years. These men of steel could never feel the curse of a coward's fears. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They burned with dreams, then turned their dreams into history. 100 giants, brave and bold, they ruled the world in days of old. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They took the world and shook the world, the sons of Hercules. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They burned with dreams, then turned their dreams into history.